Today we will be learning about age problems. Two things to remember when working with age problems are that 1. The difference in age between two people will remain the same. So if you have a sibling who is 2 years older than you, he or she will always be 2 years older than you, no matter what age you guys are. The second thing to remember is that the multiple of a person's age to another age will change with time. Basically, if right now your sibling is 2 times older than you, so maybe you're 2 years old and your sibling is 4 years old, the multiple between y'all's ages won't always be 2, and it will change. And we'll go more in depth into these rules in the example problems. So starting with example 1, it says that Amanda is 7 years old, her father is 36. How many years older will her father be than Amanda in 4 years' time? So first, you need to find the difference in their ages. And you do this by subtracting Amanda's age from her father's. So 36 minus 7 gives you 29 years. So the age difference between the two is 29 years. The question is asking how many years older her father will be in 4 years, and referring back to rule number 1, which says that the difference in ages will remain the same. If Amanda's father is 29 years older than her right now, that means that in 4 years, he will still be 29 years older. So the answer is 29 years older. Okay, moving on to example number 2. Mr. Jensen is 45 years old. His daughter Natalie is 8 years old. How many years older will Mr. Jensen be than Natalie in 5 years' time? So this problem is structured similarly to example 1. And remember that you first need to find the difference in ages. So you subtract 8 from 45, which gives you 37 years. So this tells us that Mr. Jensen is 37 years older than Natalie. And just like the last problem, we refer back to rule number 1, which says that the age difference will always remain the same, no matter how many years goes by. So if Mr. Jensen is 37 years older than Natalie when she's 8 years old, in 5 years he will still be 37 years older. So that is the answer. For example 3, it says that Andrew is 8 years old. His mother is 32 years old. How many times Andrew's age is his mother's age? For this problem, you have to set up an equation. So it's asking for how many times Andrew's age. So 8 times a number equals his mother's age, which is 32. And we can replace this space with a variable, and we can name it like x equals a multiple. So 8 times a number will give you his mother's age. This is an algebraic equation, so all you need to do is solve for x to find out the multiple of his mother's age compared to Andrew. And to solve for x, you just divide both sides by 8, which cancels out the 8 in the left side. And this gives you x equals 4. So therefore the answer is 4 times Andrew's age. For the last problem, it tells you that Paula is 6 years old. Her father will be 40 when Paula reaches age 10. How old is her father right now? To make this easier for us to see what it's asking, I'm going to draw a table. So we have Paula's age and her dad's age. So when Paula is 6 years old, we don't know how old her dad is. That's what we're trying to find out. But when Paula is 10 years old, we know that he is 40 years old. So to find out how old her dad is when she's 6 years old, we need to first find the age difference between the two of them, because remember that the age difference always remains the same. So since we know both ages when Paula's 10 years old, we just subtract both of them. So 40 minus 10 is 30 years. And this refers to the age difference between the two of them. So if Paula's dad is 30 years older than Paula when she is 10 years old, he will still be 30 years older when she's 6 years old. So to find out his age when she's 6, you just add 30 to 6, which gives you 36 years old. And that is his age right now. That's all for the presentation. Thank you for watching.